morning everyone, and welcome to the last day of our Malibu sew along. Today we'll be attaching the skirt to the bodice that we created yesterday. So let's start by putting together the skirt. If you are doing the gathered skirt, follow the instructions in the pattern. Make sure you sew the side seams and you gather the skirt. You can use your preferred method of gathering. I prefer gathering with the serger or 2 rows of stitches on my sewing machine. If you're doing the circle skirt, whether it's the high-low or the regular one, like I'm doing the high-low, you will have one piece for the front and one piece for the back. I only have one piece for the back, but I have 3 pieces for the front because remember, I wanted to use my panel. So I do need to start by putting together my front of the dress. So with the right sides together, where we did the collar blocking part, pin in place or use clips to put in place. I honestly, for this step, I usually don't do it, but for the sake of the sew along, I'll show you. To make sure that you fit it in place. We've added already a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, so we are good to go on that end. Nothing should be stretching, everything should be laying flat. Oh, and something that I always do, and I've mentioned this quite a few times, but I will remind you today. I went ahead and did a memory hem on all pieces of a 1/2 inch memory hem on all curved pieces. So in my case I have 4, you will have 2 if you haven't collar blocked. So on the 2 front and back skirt pieces, I went ahead and did a memory hem, which I will unfold. This will help me when I go ahead and hem last step of the day. So getting back to the front, I will use a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance because that's the seam allowance that I added when I did the collar blocking. If you are more comfortable with the bigger seam allowance, you can add, when you color block your own pieces, you can add pretty much whatever seam allowance you prefer. So I did the other one before I started filming the video. So now this is the front of my skirt. See how cute? With prickles and my 2 sides. Very cute. So now I have what you should have right now. One front skirt, one back skirt. I'm gonna put them right sides together, matching the side seam. And once again, pin the side seam in place. If you've done the memory hem, make sure you open it up. I'm probably not going to pin all the way. And with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, go ahead and stitch your front and back skirt pieces together at the side seams. I'm really not a pinner, so I find it wasting too much time when I pin. Please do whatever makes you comfortable. Alright, so now I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side seam to create a skirt. I will put one pin close to the top, maybe a few inches down from the top, then one at the bottom and one somewhere in the middle. I love a twirly skirt, and I know the recipient of this dress will love it too. She is my princess. She loves to twirl. She is the girl I never had. Like, if I would have had a girl, and I'm not. I have 2 boys and I'm happy with them. I think this is what I would have liked. A girly girl that will love twirly skirts. So she's my honorary baby. She gets the twirly skirts. Alrighty. At this point, I recommend highly that you go and give it a good press. See, there's a minimal waviness, which will disappear if you press your seams. So now you have your skirt ready. We just have to attach it to the bodice and hem. So let me start by finding the center of the skirt. Front, and I'm going to put a pin. The sides are already marked by the side seam, so I don't need to mark those. And then the back, and I'm going to put a pin there. So I have my quarter points of the skirt. I hope she likes the high-low. I've never made her a high-low dress before, so I'm a little nervous about that. So I did the same thing on the bodice. I marked the center front and the center back. This is the center front and center back of the bodice. I have the side seam already done. So now it's very important that you match, especially if you did high-low, that you match the front of the dress will have the the shorter panel, and the back of the dress will have the lower of the high-low. So you gotta make sure that you check that, and so you don't want to put the longer part of the high-low on the front, and the side seams match. So I'm just gonna go ahead and right sides together, match the side seams, and put a couple of pins or clips. Oh, this is so adorable. I hope she likes high-low. It's still twirly, even with the high-low factor. I just wanted to do something else. I've done the circle skirts before for the Skylar, I think I've done it. And she's the one that got the Skylar too. And I think the Aria I did a peplum. And I know where that one went to. Ah, my little princesses. Alright, so I pinned it in place, and as always I will double check to make sure that my panel is in the front, which is the low part, and then the little tail, the high-low, is in the back, and everything looks good. So now I'm going to sew. Again, 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Make sure you catch all 3 layers, because you have 3 layers of fabric right now. You have 2 for the bodice, a lining and a main, and 1 for the skirt. So make sure you have them all in the stitching. Oh my goodness, this is so adorable. So what we have to do now is, of course, press all the seams. Don't skip a seam. Press and steam all the seams. Hem the dress using your preferred method. Hem the skirt. I will use my cover stitch for the hem. You can use your sewing machine by folding twice, or you can just serge it and fold it once, so it's like a faux cover stitch, and use a twin needle plenty of options for you to hem it. Oh my goodness, if this is not the most adorable thing. Let me zoom you out a little bit so you can see it. This is so adorable, like so cute. So cute. The back. Oh my, I think she's gonna like it. So I'll go ahead and hem it, and being that today is the last day of our sew along, make sure you snap a picture of your final dress or peplum or tunic length and post it in the comments of day 5, and we will be drawing a winner for Backstitch and SLPco gift cards later tonight. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I truly appreciate it, and I'm super proud of all your work you've done this week. I will see you back here for the next sew along. Bye!